Hi everyone, welcome to the Windsor Star News Cafe. I'm Beatrice Fantoni, the food writer at the Windsor Star. I'm here with Vincent Georgie. He's the executive director of the Windsor International Film Festival. And I'm going to ask him a little bit about the films that I have on my to-see list for the festival. So hi Vincent.
Hi Beatrice, thanks.
Hi.
Tell me your films.
So I'm kind of a sucker for documentaries and also like food. So I'm really curious about the Starfish Throwers.
Oh yeah, lovely
Tell
film.
me about this film.
This is a really special film. I spent actually a lot of time with the director of this film, Jesse Roessler, at the Hot Docs Film Festival where I saw this film. Really, such a nice guy from Minnesota, great guy. And the Starfish Throwers is about 3 different people from around the world that dedicate their life to doing well by others and to bring goodness to others. And it covers a young girl in the U.S. that wants to grow food and feed the world. It covers a man also in the United States that wants to distribute food to the homeless and dedicates his entire life to just feeding people. And then a man living in India that goes out in the streets and feeds people, cuts their hair, cleans them, works with them. It's just such generosity. A lot of it is based around food, so obviously I see your interest in it, but it's around generosity of character and helping people. It is, I mean, you watch it and you just want to help people at the end of it. You also feel kind of bad about yourself because you're not half the person these people are. But it's really quite inspiring as a story, the extent that these people dedicate their lives to help. It's remarkable, actually.
And this is one of the Hot Docs.
Yeah, it's one of our
program.
special selections from Hot Docs. Yeah, and I mean, and the director is just put his blood, sweat, and tears really are on this film. I mean, that's the case of all directors, but him in particular. This was really a passion project of his. Yeah.
Okay, wow. I'm going to see that on Saturday morning.
Do it.
So bright and early.
Yeah, do it
I'm
for
going to
sure.
be
It's
parked
worth
there.
it.
And then I wanted to ask you about big news from Grand Rock.
Yeah.
Because I really like sort of wholesome Canadiana. And this kind of feels like it's
this couldn't be more Canadian if you tried. I mean, it's great. It's very charming. It's got the self-deprecating humor. It's got the small-town charm. It's got Gordon Pinsent, so you're well taken care of. So this is a film by Daniel Perlmutter. It's his first film. He's coming to the festival for a visit, so he'll be there doing a Q&A with our audience, as well as producers Michael McNamara from Windsor, of course, and his partner Judy Holm. So they're all going to be there supporting this film. It is the story of a very small-town newspaper journalist.
also relevant to
Also
my life
relevant,
story.
of course, that wants to start selling more papers by creating situations that would get better headlines. So he orchestrates this master plan to have these phenomenal, outrageous things go on in this small town. They get massive coverage, and of course, because there's massive coverage, everyone's listening to it and buying the paper, and everything's going up. But how long can it keep up the live inventing the news? It's a very charming film. It's just so enjoyable.
Mm-hmm. And then the last film that I wanted to ask you about, it's another documentary, is Advanced Style.
Oh yes.
And this
yes.
one is described as a love letter to older women who embrace and celebrate life.
Advanced Style is just something you want to sit back and smile at. It's just such a good time of watching these beautiful, stylish, vivacious women in their 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. I believe there's a woman in the film that is a few years over 100 that are not just well-dressed, they are of a phenomenal style. It's no surprise that there's a very popular fashion blog based upon this, and there's a great coffee table book around it. But watching these women express themselves, as one of the characters, was one of the women who is a character, calls it sort of the theater of her life every day. It's really remarkable to watch, and again, just very enjoyable. It's so entertaining. You could almost have the film on mute because there is so much to look at in this film. It's really, you're going to have a good time with Advanced Style.
Yeah, no, it sounds really beautiful.
Yeah, it really is, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Vincent. And if you haven't had a look at the program yet, you can visit windsorfilmfestival.com, have a look, and I'll see you at the movies.